What's up, everyone? Justin here, back with a new video, a new series of shows that I can keep doing as long as I want, whenever I feel like it. I will tell you right now, I'm not going to do them every single week, but very soon, about 2 weeks, I'll be moving out of this house. You won't see this background anymore. So anyways, when I move and I get everything set up in my new house, when when I move and everything is set up, I will try to do more videos when I'm in my new house. So anyways, I'm pretty sure it's going to happen. It's all set up. The deal's done, everything. I don't know why they make people wait, and why the fuck I have to wait 2 more weeks. I don't get it. Why the fuck would I have to wait to move in to a new place? I don't get why they make banks or fucking realtors. I don't get it. Why they make you wait like over a month. The offer was made. I'm trying to think. The offer is made like 2-3 weeks. I think 3 weeks ago. I don't really remember, but anyways, I'm babbling on. The point is, they should let someone fucking move in when they accept your offer. The owner accepted the offer. They should let you move in like a week later, not a month later. I don't get that. Anyways, when I'm in my new house, I'll try to do more videos. Like more of these videos. And what is this show? What is this video? It's a weekly winner. I'm going to call it Weekly Winner. Who won between NXT and AEW Dynamite. I watch both shows every week. I have missed a few Dynamites, but I catch up easy by clips on Twitter and YouTube. The AEW's YouTube. I've never missed or I record Dynamite sometimes. I record it and then watch it back like the next morning. I have never missed NXT ever since like 2012 or 13, I believe. So let's start with NXT first. I'm going to talk about what I liked. Some matches I won't even talk about, a few matches, or some stuff I might not bring up because I didn't care about it, and it will make the video longer if I talk about everything that happened. Like little backstage interview segments, I'm not going to talk about that. But this show, NXT from July 27th, it had some really good shit on it. It had two really good things and one really good main event. Up first, we had Tommaso Ciampa and another good thing. I would say it had It had 4 really good things on the show, and one of them was a match. So Tommaso Ciampa, Timothy Thatcher went up against Pete Dunne, Oney Lorcan first. That was a really good tag match. I really enjoyed it. All 4 of these guys are great. They're fucking stiff. They're hard hitters, and it was awesome. And Pete Dunne and Oney Lorcan got the win and the return. The return of what's his name? Holland. What the hell is his first name? Ridge Holland. The guy returned. He's out from an injury for like a long fucking time, it felt like. Maybe a year, I don't know, 10 months. The guy looks like a great athlete. He's jacked. He's fucking looks like a brick house, this Ridge Holland. Before he got injured, I thought the guy could be like a new Brock Lesnar, but I doubt that. But who knows? I see that other guy that's in PC, that's training at the PC. The guy that looks like Brock, what the hell's his name? God, I can't think of his name. He calls himself the Destroyer. The guy actually follows me on Twitter. He looks just like Brock Lesnar when Brock was young. He looks like his damn twin. He looks like his son. Anyways, I forget his name, but he looks like Brock. He's in the PCs training. And he followed me on Twitter like 3 to 4 to 5 months ago or something. And it was great. Thanks for following me. God, I can't think of his name, but he looks like Brock, and he looks like he's going to be damn good if he ever gets caught up. I don't think he'll be in NXT first. I think he'll show up on the main roster. Up next, we had Samoa Joe arrive. He was pissed. This was a good segment. He's in the ring. He had a contract, or he got some type of contract, and he said, Regal, get out here, or something, or Cross, get out here. Cross is not there. So Joe is pissed. He's yelling, screaming a lot, and he's like, Regal, I want to face Cross at TakeOver 36. I do not want to be a fucking manager, a bodyguard to you. I don't want to be like your, I don't know what to call what he was. Regal's muscle. Samoa Joe's trying to like watch over the roster that they would get out of control, because they were out of control. They were always backstage fights. Anyways, goes down, and Joe puts his pen, signs it. Regal signs the paperwork. And I will say one thing about the crowd. They gotta get the fuck out of the CWC. It's impressive how they made it look with the lighting, the really cool lighting, the good production. But they got to get the fuck out of the CWC, a.k.a. the PC. They got to get the fuck out of there. They're not going to go on the road. It costs too much money to be on the road every week. They could afford it, because I think USA paid them a lot of fucking money to be on USA every year. I don't know how much. I think it's like $30 million, $50 million a year to NXT, which USA is getting ripped off in that deal, in my opinion, because NXT, I love NXT. I always will. I will always support it, always watch it. If it was head-to-head with Dynamite, I would still pick NXT first. Unless, if they were still head-to-head, they're not going to be head-to-head ever again. The Wednesday Night Wars are fucking dead. But if they were head-to-head, I would turn the channel if Punk or Daniel Bryan was on AEW full-time. That would make me turn the channel to AEW. Because I love Bryan Danielson. I love the guy. And wherever he goes, I want to fucking see him wrestle and what he does. And CM Punk, I am interested to see what he does in AEW. I believe he is signed already, and he will show up soon. Probably at the Chicago Rampage show. Or Dynamite, I think, in Chicago also. Before Rampage on Friday. But anyways, It's gotta happen. But I'll talk about Punk and Daniel Bryan when I talk about AEW Dynamite. Who knows if Daniel Bryan's even going there? I don't fucking know. I don't believe rumors. I don't really know. I don't believe the rumors. Because who knows? But the Punk rumors fucking make a lot of sense because AEW's in Chicago for like 3 to 4 shows in September and I think the end of August, something like that. They're there the whole week of All Out. They're there for Dynamite, Rampage, All Out, and maybe again on a Wednesday. I don't know. So anyways, Samoa Joe signs the paperwork and then basically they got to get the fuck out of the CWC because the crowd fucking sucks and is quiet. And I'm sure the crowd, the fans are probably miserable when they get there. I mean, hopefully they're more into the show every week, but they have not been. They were pretty good for TakeOver in your house. The last TakeOver, the fans are pretty good. But for the TVs, they have not been loud or hype or good. Maybe it's because they got to keep the masks on. I don't know. They should be used to that shit. I wore a mask today to go in a fucking Walgreens to pick up my medication. It was nothing. You can't even feel the mask on your fucking face. But me personally, I think everybody should die that doesn't get the vaccine. If you're not vaccinated and you catch it from me, that's doubly vaccinated. I got Pfizer twice. My opinion. My feelings. If you catch it from someone that is vaccinated and you're not vaccinated and you go to the hospital and you end up in the hospital and you're sick and you're about to die, you deserve to die. If you're that stupid to not be vaccinated already. And I know you can get COVID if you're vaccinated. I know that. But for the unvaccinated, I don't give a fuck. You can drop dead. Because you're idiots and retards. So then, let's go on to the breakout tournament. Carmelo Hayes took on Josh Briggs. This was pretty damn good. Carmelo Hayes looks like a star, acts like a star, has a great look, will get better in the ring. I could see him being a big star in the main roster, but Vince will probably push him like R-Truth and make him a comedy act. Hopefully not. My prediction about the breakout tournament, Carmelo Hayes will win it all, I think. So next we had, what was next on NXT? Raquel Gonzalez came out with Dakota Kai. Raquel didn't say a word, hardly. She barely said anything. I didn't really see this coming. I mean, I thought they would have done it before this or at TakeOver 36, but they did it on NXT TV. Dakota kept saying, as long as I got your back, you will stay champion, stuff like that. And then Raquel, she held up Raquel's hand, and Raquel went in the corner, got on the second rope to celebrate, got down, turned around, bam, Dakota kicked her, knocked her out with a kick, where Dakota runs to the corner and kicks her opponents, knocks the fuck out Raquel, the champion. She's down. Dakota is talking trash to her, picks up the title, holds it up. That's going to be an awesome TakeOver matchup, Dakota, Raquel. There's rumors Dakota might go to the main roster. Who the fuck knows? I know Vince was at the PC looking at talent that he wanted for the main roster. Obviously, he picked Shotzi and Tegan Nox And he also picked Karrion Kross. Also, he wants on the main roster. Karrion Kross is fucking dead and buried and over. His career as a superstar is over on the main roster without Scarlett. Without that entrance, he's dead, buried, dead in the water. He's drowning without Scarlett by him. There's the saying, every good man, or I'm not sure the saying really, but every good man is a good woman behind him, or I don't know, every good man is a strong woman behind him. That is true. And Karrion Kross, you fucking need your girlfriend, your woman, Scarlett. You fucking need her by your side. You cannot get over without her. In my opinion, your gimmick, your character is not going to work without a valet like Scarlett. Her character, how she dressed up, the fucking theme, Fall and Pray theme that she was singing to the ring, that's all gone if he's on Raw full time. I think he is, but he's dead. He will never be a top guy. He will never be a WWE champion. If he is, the fans won't give a fuck about him. I don't care about him without Scarlett. He needs her badly. Yes, she might get repackaged in NXT as a wrestler. She is a good wrestler. I've seen her wrestle a lot. For a lot of indies, a lot of promotions. She has wrestled. And my God, she has great wrestling gear. Because holy fuck, Scarlett is one of the hottest, most attractive women currently in wrestling. And anything she wears, she could be covered up to her neck and she would look fucking hot. Anyways, Scarlett's a good worker, good wrestler. Maybe she wants to wrestle, I don't know, but if she does be a wrestler full-time in NXT, she'll probably get better and better and have a bright future. But there's other women that are better than her in NXT, like Indy, Candice, Ember, Dakota. A lot of women are ahead of her in wrestling skills. But Scarlett has the looks that fucking kill. She's an ever after wrestler. She could have been a valet forever. She has the fucking look. She's an after wrestle. And in my opinion, whatever she does, if she was not a wrestler, she could be a commentator and a valet, and she would get super over. But as a wrestler, I think she'll get lost in the shuffle. Because NXT has too many talented women. But Scarlett, holy fuck, again, she's so damn attractive. She'll get over just based on her looks. I do not understand. To go off topic here, I do not understand why Vince McMahon would not fucking put Scarlett with Kross on Raw. Why wouldn't you want to freshen up Raw? It's fucking dead. The show's dead. Sometimes the show's really good, but they've only had fans back twice, so I shouldn't be judging it. But the show seems like you're not focusing on Bobby Lashley enough. You're wanting to focus on Goldberg and John Cena. And your other booking, bringing Karrion Kross to Raw, that was just absolutely mind-blowing that he lost to Jeff Hardy. I don't get that. It's his debut. Why the fuck would you do that to a new star? Even him without Scarlett, he still should have beat Jeff Hardy. There's no excuse for that kind of booking, in my opinion. That was horrendous, god-awful booking, Vince. I don't care if you got a future plans for Cross, and yeah, maybe fans will forget he lost to Jeff in a month, but not really forever. Fans are gonna laugh about him and think that fucking guy lost his debut to Jeff Hardy in 2021. He's booked as a killer, undefeated NXT champion. Vince brings him to Raw, has him job to Jeff Hardy. That shit was embarrassing. And I will never understand why they did that. You gotta get over new talent. You gotta push them. You better push Damian Priest soon. You gotta push Cross. You gotta push fresh, young, new talent. You're not doing that really. Except you push Drew McIntyre. He's been pushed for like 2 years, it feels like. And on SmackDown, you have pushed Roman, very good. And Bianca Belair, also very good. I guess you could say Bayley, too, the last year. She's pushed really good. Next, you had a women's match. Before this, we had segments with, so I loved Dakota turning on Raquel. It was about fucking time. That was awesome. We had these segments on a golf course that were great, hilarious, really funny in my opinion, with Cameron Grimes and LA Knight. He's washing his balls. And he kept moving his hand like this, and the camera was behind him. It looked like he was fucking jerking off. It was hilarious. And then he says to LA Knight, "How long you want me to wash your balls? How long?" That's good, funny shit. The golf course segment was great. For some reason, the grizzled young veteran showed up, and they were golfing behind them. That was weird. And Grimes hit a hole-in-one and hit Grimes hit LA Knight with the golf club in the nuts. He fell down, and Grimes hits a fucking hole-in-one. That was hilarious. So up next, we had a women's tag match. Casey Catanzaro, Kaden Carter. I fucking love Kaden Carter. I'm a big fan of her. My God, she's sexy as hell to me. She's also a damn good worker. Taking on Jessie Kamea, Frankie Monet with Robert Stone. I don't know why the fuck he's hanging around Frankie and why she's letting him. The guy's a really fuck up. He's a big fuck up. He's a horrible manager. The Robert Stone brand, he did nothing for his talent. He's a loser. He's a god-awful manager. The guy is, I don't know, they don't let him talk much, but he is pretty funny. So that was really funny when Shotzi was running his legs over with their tank. That popped me. So the winner is Casey and Kaden Carter. They are a very good team, and I enjoy watching them. Up next, we had William Regal, Shawn Michaels, Triple H together. This was, I think, last week on NXT UK. They made the announcement that Walter is defending the NXT UK title against Ilya Dragunov. I'll just call him Dragunov. Walter had a classic, fucking epic 10-star match last year. It was great on NXT UK. It was one of the fucking hardest hitting matches I've seen in WWE history. They just beat the fuck out of each other. And Walter is probably had the UK title like 900 days by now or something. I don't know. He's had a long fucking time. He's not as long as of a reigning champion as Nick Aldis. He's had the title really long. So Walter will defend the UK title August 22nd at TakeOver, I believe. Hopefully neither of them get COVID before, after SummerSlam is TakeOver. SummerSlam weekend's gonna be fucking awesome. Rampage on Friday from Chicago, the big arena, the United Center where the Bulls played. They're calling it the first dance, I believe, for Rampage in Chicago. That's going to be a huge show. And then after Rampage is SummerSlam. After SummerSlam is TakeOver. And you know it's after TakeOver Raw, but who cares? Even though I still watch it. Up next, I don't care about this tag match, so I'm going to skip it. The main event, this was good. This backstage segment is really good. Candice blamed Johnny for Austin Theory running away last week and was yelling at them like, "Hello guys, I'm here." He goes, "We're not a family anymore. We're not a family." And he walked away and they ignored him. Like they didn't know he left. So they're arguing, but then Indy gets handed a gift, a present. She opens it. It's artwork. It's a drawing of the Way with Dexter Lumis in it. She loves it. She loves the artwork. And Johnny's pissed at her, yelling, saying Dexter is not part of the Way. He does not deserve a chance. And then Candice agrees. He deserves no chance in hell, she says. Indy then says, "Why don't you have a match against Dexter if he wins?" Indy says, he gets to be in the Way and I get to be with him. And that's what all the fucking fans want. We want Index. At least I do. But then Johnny says, if he loses, Indy, you cannot bring him up again and forget about him forever. He better win. And I think that's next week on NXT TV. They should have saved it for TakeOver. What's the hell's the name of the match? Love Her or Leave Her or something with Indy Hartwell on a pole match. Indy Hartwell on a forklift. I'm just kidding, but Indy's relationship with Dexter's on the line. We all know she loves him, and you can't stop love. Love is love. So now the main event, Bronson Reed, Adam Cole. It was pretty damn good. Your winner, Adam Cole, baby. Kyle O'Reilly runs out. This was really good. Beats him with a chair. Chokes him out. Takes apart the ring steps, gives him a suplex on the steps, and Cole is laid out, not moving, and the show ends. So NXT from July 27th, 2021 was really pretty good. Had 4 really good things happen. Dakota turned on Raquel. The Indy Johnny Candice segment, the golf course segments, and the main event were all really good. And the opening tag match was really good. And seeing Kaden Carter was really good because I am a big fan of her. So now let's talk about AEW Dynamite from July 28th. For this show, I will say, again, NXT has to get the fuck out of CWC. They got to go back to Full Sail, but I don't know when that's going to happen. The problem with NXT, the pandemic fucking killed any momentum they had. The fan base was hot. It was on fire. The fans were really good. The crowds at Full Sail were fucking hot crowds and good. The problem is a pandemic hit. They lost the crowd. They lost a fan base. And the CWC fans were not fucking good, except for, I think, maybe, what the hell is that show called? Vengeance Day, or some of the takeovers. I think one or two of them the fans were good for, but not for TVs. They're dead. The fan base, the crowds are dead at the CWC. You need to get the fuck out of there, NXT. You look like a minor league promotion with no fans that don't care about your product or make noise. I care, but I can't be there in fucking Florida. I don't ever want to go to Florida or live there, but the fans aren't into it that are there. I heard they got to sit on a bus for like 2 hours, be, I think, tested or forced to wear a mask in the fucking heat, be on a bus for 2 hours, and then you got to wait 2 hours to get in the building. I think, I don't know. And I think they put wristbands on every fan because I don't know why they test them or something. But why they gotta wear masks? Why they gotta all wear masks if they're vaccinated? And I understand you can still get it if you're vaccinated. I don't know. That's up to debate. Everybody, a lot of people are for wearing masks every day of their life, going out of the house for the rest of their life. And that's all fine if you do that. But I have not done that. I'm fully vaccinated. I've been out to public places a few times. I'd say like 8 or 9 times I've been to places. And I don't have a mask. But I wasn't like up against people like at a wrestling show. I've not been to any wrestling shows since. And I don't really want to be yet. Because you got to sit too damn close to people. And all those people at wrestling shows, they're not going to wear masks. I'd say 99 to 98% of the crowd on TV does not have a mask on. Just think about this. You're sitting next to someone at a show, like they're like right fucking here next to you. Right fucking here. This close. And let's say you have a mask. Well, the fucker next to you, right here, they could be coughing, they could sneeze, what the fuck? And that shit will get all over you. And it could go on your arms, or what the fuck? What if they're screaming, yelling, and spit by accident comes out of your mouth? And it could fucking land on you, and you could get COVID from that. Maybe not, I don't know. But you're yelling, you're screaming at a wrestling show, you're excited. You want to get out of the house and live and go back like how things were. And if you're vaccinated, you should feel confident to go out of the house. But I don't want to sit that close to fans. So I'm not going to wrestling shows anytime soon. And I'm not living in fear. Believe me, I've been out of my fucking house. I've been to public places. I've been to casinos. I'm not afraid to be out. I've been there. But that's not a good idea, in my opinion, to be at a wrestling show next to fans because they like to yell, scream, and get excited. That's the whole fucking point of going to a wrestling show, to let loose. And let it all out. If you're at a show, don't be silent, because what the fuck's the point of being there then? Unstress. If you're at a wrestling show, if you're stressed out, it should make you unstressed. But I don't know. The crowd at NXT seems dead compared to the crowds at Dynamite. And maybe a lot of those fans the Dynamite shows, maybe a lot of them will get sick. I don't know. I don't care. I'm not them. That's their decision to go without a mask. If I went to a wrestling show, I would wear a mask. Why didn't I wear one at a casino? I don't fucking know. Probably because I felt fine. Like a month or two after being there without a mask, I felt fine. And if I did spread COVID, I'm fully vaccinated, but if I do spread COVID to somebody in public that is not vaccinated and they die, that's their fault for not being vaccinated, in my opinion. So call me whatever you want. Call me evil, sick, and not caring about other people, but if you're not vaccinated, I don't care about you. So I don't give a fuck if you drop dead. It's your stupidity for not being vaccinated. So first on Dynamite from North Carolina. Really hot crowd, super hot crowd. AEW Dynamites are absolutely killing it on the road. They're selling out. I don't know if the buildings are 6,000 or 4,000 seats. It doesn't matter. They're packed. The fans are hype. They are passionate. They want to be there. They want to cheer. They want to be loud. NXTs, they don't. And I don't know. I don't really blame them for not wanting to be hype. But anyways, Dynamites, man, seeing it, watching on TV with fans back, looks like a fucking blast to be there. It looks like you'd have a great time. So up first, the crowd was hot. The show started off great. The production, the stage, everything looked great. To start off, Dynamite from, I think, Charlotte, North Carolina, or wherever the hell they were, it was in Charlotte. Start off with a 10-man tag elimination. The crowd was super hot. Hangman Page got a huge fucking pop. Huge. Played like a short, I don't know what to call it, a short video of him looking like a cowboy. So anyways, the Elite took on Hangman Page in the Dark Order. The Elite was Kenny Omega, the Young Bucks, and Doc Gallows and Carl Anderson in the Elite squad. They had jerseys like, what the hell's that movie called? Just came out with LeBron. Oh my God, I can't think of it because I didn't care to watch it. And I have HBO Max. I'm still not going to watch that movie. It's too cartoonish for me. It's not my... Looks like a kid's movie to me. And I'm not going to sit through a damn kid's movie. I don't care if LeBron's a great basketball player. He is, future Hall of Famer. And he did bring a championship home to Cleveland, but first he had to take his talents to South Beach to do it. At least my superstar favorite player, Giannis. He didn't have to go to Super Team. He didn't have to take his talents to South Beach. He did it where he started, with the team he was drafted by. He didn't run away to South Beach or New York or LA. He stayed in Milwaukee and got us in the Bucks a fucking championship for the first time in 50 years. Giannis, forever, I will love you and be so grateful that you stayed in Milwaukee and you got us an NBA championship. Forever, I'll be grateful and love you for that. And forever, Milwaukee will love you. And wherever you go in Milwaukee, I guarantee you will not have to pay for shit. Not for meals or anything. Fans will always love you, Giannis. You are You are one of us. You are one of us in Milwaukee. It's like you're from here. That's how much we love you. And Giannis has said it. This is his city. Yes, it is. So, yeah, what the hell is the name of that movie that just came out? I don't care, but it's a remake of Michael Jordan was in the first one with Bugs Bunny and the Toon Squad or whatever the hell they're called. Again, I think it's PG or PG-13. I don't know what the fuck the rating, but that's a kids movie in my opinion, and I don't watch kids movies. I'm not going to sit through a fucking hour and a half of a kid's movie. No, thank you. I don't have children, and I don't want children. And I will not watch kids' movie just because it's on HBO. Whatever the hell it... Gosh, I'm going to have to look this son of a bitch up, because I forgot what the movie is called. Doesn't matter, but I guess I should find out. Let me see if it pops up here. I know I'll remember the Space Jam. That's what the fucker's called. How could I forget? But I did. Again, because I don't care about it. But Space Jam, the Elite came out. They had a great entrance. I'm not a fan of the Elite. Never will be. I think Kenny Omega's overrated. He's better than the Young Bucks. I really dislike them, but this was a good entrance. They put on that hype, basketball music. I can't even describe it. It's like NBA music they used to play before games for starting lineups, and the Elite was hype. They had basketballs on the stage. They had Elite Squad jerseys. They had a hoop set up outside the ring. They were shooting baskets, trying to dunk. Anyways, that was a really entertaining entrance. I will say that. Even though I don't like the Elite, I will put over the entrance. It was damn good. It got the crowd hype. Hangman Page really got the crowd hype. It was a good 10-man tag. It was pretty long. And your winner is the Elite. Defeated Hangman Page in the Dark Order. Really good 10-man tag elimination. Up next, we had a lot of talk here. Up next, we had Ricky Starks. Celebration, a new FTW champ. I don't even know when the fuck he won it. I didn't see that matchup. But he's a new FTW champ. Ricky Starks is awesome. The guy's a star. Up next, we have, then we go to a pre-recorded message. This was awesome. This was really good for AEW. And Brian Cage, I guess, is a babyface now. I don't really give a fuck. I also heard the guy's a QAnon follower, so fuck him. Or he used to believe in it. I don't know. Maybe he still does. Fuck him if he does. He probably believes Trump won the election. No, he didn't. You're wrong. And you're a dumbass, Brian Cage, if you think that. Maybe he's not. But that's what I read on the internet. But who the fuck knows if it was true? So, then we have a pre-recorded message from New Japan's Tanahashi. Tanahashi says he wants to come to AEW and he wants to be the U.S. champion. Up next, we had more talking, and then we had a tag match. FTR taking on Santana and Ortiz. And it was good. It was pretty damn good. Could have been better, but FTR wins and defeats Santana and Ortiz. About FTR, the bald guy, I forget which one he is, Dax or Cash. I think he's Dax. Dax Harwood. The bald guy in FTR, he's a dumbass. He had the nerve to tweet me on Twitter once, trying to tell me off because I said he was not the best tag team in the last 20 years or something. He disagreed. He thought he's better than every other tag team in history, and I told him, no, you're not. And I said Edge and Christian were better than FTR, and he got pissed off and decided to tweet me about it. He's a bitch. I was just giving my opinion, and he couldn't take it, so fuck the bald guy in FTR. I don't give a fuck about him. He's a little bitch. And I would say it to his face if he confronted me. Even though I'll never see the guy in my entire life, and he'll never see me, he shouldn't be tweeting at fans. That shit was pointless and ridiculous. And you could say, oh, he has a right to defend himself. Well, he shouldn't. He shouldn't tweet at fans. What the hell? Why would he waste his time doing that shit? I wouldn't if I was famous. Up next with U.S. IWGP United States title. This was good. Lance Archer defeated Haku-san. I can't say the guy's name. Hakulo. Anyways, Haku-san, fucking King Haku Meng came out with him. And he still looked fucking badass and scary, and he's got to be like over 60, I think, or late 50s. Meng Haku would still fucking destroy me and beat the fuck out of probably 99% of every roster in wrestling. Haku is that tough. Still, the guy's fucking tough. I don't care if he's gained some weight and he's older. Haku's one of the toughest wrestlers alive. He, in a bar fight, he bit off he bit off a guy's nose in a bar fight that tried to fight him. Or got up in his face or punched him. I don't know what the guy did, but he got his nose bit off by Haku. That's how fucking tough he is. He bit a guy's nose off. How is that possible? I don't know, but Haku could do that. Haku's so tough, he could probably rip your arm out of the damn socket and beat you with it. So Lance Archer wins and retains the title. It was good, but it wasn't great. So next we have a backstage interview. This was great. This was awesome because they were teasing somebody possibly signing and coming into AEW. It's a surprise for their big Chicago show at the United Center for Rampage. Anyways, backstage interview where it was obvious as hell. It was a CM Punk tease. They're fucking teasing us. It better happen. If CM Punk does not come in to AEW, then you basically fucked the fans, Tony Khan. And you're an idiot for trolling the fans like you were bringing Punk and he does not come in, so you better bring him in because you're acting like he's coming in. Especially after this interview with DarbyAllin and Sting is standing there just doing nothing like a statue. And I love Sting. But DarbyAllin is interviewed and they say they bring up The Last Dance and not really, but they say this is the first dance. That's Rampage at the United Center is called the First Dance. It's kind of stupid, but that's what the hell they're calling it. And maybe CM Punk came up with that idea. Let's call it the first dance when I debut in Chicago. That'd make a lot of fucking sense because of the Last Dance documentary about the Bulls in Chicago, Punk's hometown. And I don't know if Punk was a fan of basketball in the 90s, but the fucking Bulls were the shit and everybody loved them. They were a great fucking team to watch and cheer for. And I'm a Bucks fan, but I cheered for the Bulls in the 90s. So, Darby Allin's interviewed, he says, basically, he goes, I met a lot of people or something, he says, and he goes, and then he says, the best in the world. Who the fuck do you think he's talking about? It has to be CM Punk. And I'll be excited. I'm not going to lie. If CM Punk is signed to AEW and debuts, I will be excited about it. Because at one time I was a huge fan of his. And if he does come into AEW, it's probably just for the money, but who cares? At least he's there. And it'll be good for the business and the fans. So, yeah. I would say Daniel Bryan. Bryan Danielson is a way bigger deal. If he comes in than CM Punk. Bryan is a bigger star, in my opinion. Better wrestler, better worker. Punk has been out of the ring 7 years. Daniel Bryan just wrestled in the WrestleMania 37 fucking main event. I know he lost, but he was in the main event. And my God, if he shows up, the whole fucking crowd at AEW will be doing the yes chants. And good God, it'll be electric if Daniel Bryan shows up. Bryan Danielson. It will be a great moment in wrestling history. If I had to pick, I'd pick Bryan Danielson over CM Punk to go to AEW, if I had the choice. If I had to choose between one, I'd pick Bryan Danielson. So then we have Malachi Black attacks Cody Rhodes backstage. Then they go on the stage, and this was good shit. Next week, they're facing off in a matchup. That should be good. Next, you had Christian Cage and Jurassic Express take on the Hardy Family Office. I fucking hate the Hardy Family Office. I think it's stupid. It's a stupid faction and group. Nothing against Matt Hardy. Love the guy, respect him, but I don't like the faction. And Christian Cage wrestled, and what I thought when I saw Christian make his entrance, I still thought this is fucking crazy. To me, Christian's still a WWE guy. It's crazy to see him on TNT and in AEW. It's nuts. 2021's been pretty fucking nuts. So, up next we have, again, Christian and Jurassic Express win. Up next we had a women's match, making her singles full-time debut. By the way, before I talk about the women's match, they should at least have 2 a week, have 1 an hour. So, before I talk about Thunder Rosa, I love her. She's great. She follows. She's nice enough. She's great to her fans. She actually follows me on Twitter. Thunder Rosa does. Also, other women, Tyler Hendricks, she follows me, and Natalia and Mandy Leon from ROH. Those are the only women in wrestling that follow me. I can't believe they do, and I thank them very much. So Thunder Rosa, full-time AEW woman in the division. It's awesome. It's great. They need her. She's so damn good. She will help the women's division so much in the future. No doubt, Thunder Rosa will be a AEW Women's Champion. Before I get to the women's match, I'm going to talk about Britt Baker, the champion, the DMD, the good doctor. The DMD, Britt Baker, does a backstage interview, and it was pretty short and sweet. It was good. It's always good to see Britt Baker on my TV. She's awesome. I'm a big fan of her, big supporter of her. I wish she would follow me, but she won't. But that's okay. She doesn't have to. I'll still be a fan. She could block me, and I'd still be a fan. Anyways, I won't get blocked because I don't bug wrestlers on Twitter. I never tweet at them. Really, I don't want to bug them. So Thunder Rosa takes on Julia Hart with the Varsity Blondes. I like Julia Hart. She's pretty good, fresh, young talent. That's new in AEW. I don't know how long she's been there. 6 months. 8, 10 months, I don't know. I know she's been on Dark, I think, but I don't watch Dark, and I'm not going to ever watch AEW Dark. I don't want to. I don't have the time. So, Thunder Rosa, full-time contracted AEW wrestler. Thunder Rosa makes her debut and wins. It was great. Your winner, Thunder Rosa, over Julia Hart. She hit the Fire Thunder Driver. As she is the #1 woman in the division at All Out, it should be Thunder Rosa Britt Baker one more time. Maybe it could be a last woman standing or a lights out match. Here we go with the main event, which I fucking hated. It was embarrassing, in my opinion, for a major company on a major network, cable network. TNT should be embarrassed. Tony Khan, you're an idiot for letting this be the main event. It did not deserve the main event spot. I don't give a fuck if Jericho's a legend, and that's why he made the main event. Just because Jericho's in it. Who cares? It should have not been the fucking main event. Period. It was a bad idea. I hated it. First off, the match starts with Chris Jericho, the Painmaker, taking on a piece of trash, garbage wrestler, no talent, fucking hack, looks like a homeless guy on meth, Nick Gage. Embarrassing that AEW brought him in and put him in the main event. I'm sure it might have drew a good rating because they just beat the fuck out of each other with weapons. And it was pointless. It was a death match. I did not like that they fucking used light tubes. I didn't like that shit. I hated it. There's no place for light tubes in a major company. In my opinion, I would never book that if I was booking. Never. Ever. That's embarrassing. Bashing light tubes on each other's heads and bodies. That's not wrestling. That's not entertaining. That's dumb, stupid, bullshit, backyard wrestling crap. And yes, I loved ECW and I was a fan of ECW, but guess what? I never saw ECW ever in the history of the company use fucking light tubes. And yeah, you could say, oh, New Jack went too far and almost killed us, whatever that fat guy was, 17 years old, and he lied about his age, got the fucking shit kicked out of him, and pissed off New Jack, watched New Jack's Dark Side of the Ring, pissed him off and asked New Jack, will you cut me, please? And New Jack was like, oh, I'll cut you, all right. I got a fucking blade right here. And holy fuck, New Jack almost killed him. I don't know why New Jack beat the fuck out of him. New Jack was nuts, but he did. Maybe he didn't like the kid because he pissed him off backstage. But this is not about New Jack. New Jack at least could wrestle before he used weapons. The guy could wrestle. Nick Gage can't wrestle. And to me, he looks like shit as a wrestler. When he tried to wrestle Jericho, it looked bad. It was embarrassing. He looked like he was a fucking student that was trained for about a week. He looked lost. He looked like he didn't know what the fuck he was doing. He looked nervous. He looked totally lost. Jericho probably had to carry him for the whole fucking match until he decided to get out light tubes. Then he felt comfortable. And he felt at home because he's a fucking worthless piece of shit. Backyard wrestler that has zero talent as a pro wrestler. To me, he's not a pro wrestler. He's a death match piece of garbage with zero talent. Zero talent. This box has more talent than Nick Gage somehow. Look at the box. Oh, it just took a bump. It has more talent than Nick Gage. It just cracked its head on the concrete. I don't know what the fuck I'm saying. All I do know is I don't like Nick Gage. I never will. The guy looks like he's 60 years old, a meth head, and he's homeless. I don't know what kind of fucking company would ever book him on top. Game Changer Wrestling. Fuck you, you're trash. I don't care. Zack Ryder became your champion. Matt Cardona, I respect him, but I don't know why the fuck he wants to be a deathmatch wrestler. Just to get publicity and promotion from the internet, from Twitter. Who gives a fuck? My opinion, Game Changer Wrestling in the whole United States, in the world, probably has under 20,000 fans or less. Their shows won't ever draw 5 to 10,000 ever. And if they do draw 10,000 ever, well, they're 10,000 fucking idiot retards. Yeah, I went to a deathmatch tournament show once in the year 2000, but I was like 20 years younger, and I thought it was cool at the time. I didn't know any better. I was like 16, 17 years old when I saw a King of the Deathmatch tournament at an indie show. But I wouldn't go to that shit now. I don't like it. I don't have a problem with like barbed wire matches ECW had. Don't have a problem with that. And you could say, to argue and say to me, Nick Gage is a deathmatch legend. He's the king of the deathmatch. No, he's not. I would say Onita did it better. Terry Funk did it better. Mick Foley did it better. Sabu did it better. And a ton of other guys did death matches better. Why? Because they could work. They had psychology. They could tell a story. Nick Gage can't. All he can do is get beat with weapons and beat up his opponents with glass and light tubes. That's all he does. I don't give a flying fuck that he died in the ring at a garbage show for CZW. Yes, I watched his Dark Side of the Ring and I fucking hated it. The guy's nuts. The guy's robbed a bank without a mask. That's how fucking stupid he is. He's a moron. And his fans are morons. And look at MJF's Twitter from today, this morning. MJF said it all and said how I feel about Nick Gage. MJF said fuck Nick Gage because he lost him a match against Jericho. I hated the match. I don't know what the fuck Jericho's thinking at his age to be getting cut up with a pizza cutter and bashed with light tubes on his head. I was embarrassed for Jericho when I saw that. You're not Terry Funk, Jericho. You're not Terry Funk. I don't know what you're doing. You think you're reinventing yourself again by becoming a death match wrestler? I guess it was only one match. And Jericho wanted to try a death match because he never did it before. Well, it was stupid. And I don't respect Nick Gage, and I never will. Ever. I do respect Terry Funk and Onita and Cactus Jack, Mick Foley and Sabu. I do respect those guys, but they could work. That's why. So I hated the main event. Shouldn't have been on Dynamite at all. It was embarrassing. Then fucking embarrassing. And after it, I couldn't believe this shit. After it, MJF says your next opponent, Jericho's back from 1998, 20 fucking 3 years ago. 23 years ago. Jericho, your next opponent is Juventud Guerrero. Juvi versus Jericho. I heard from promoters on YouTube that said it on their videos. Juventud is a fucking nightmare to try to book or do a shoot interview with. He was a fucking nightmare. Hannibal said that. Hannibal TV. Subscribe to his channel. He has a great channel. Hannibal said Juventud was a fucking nightmare to deal with. He wanted weed and alcohol. And the shoot interview sucked and was like 25 minutes or something. Juventud, that fucking guy has problems. I don't think he's cleaned his life up. I believe he's fired from WWE for being a jackass idiot. And he's probably still an idiot. So, I'm not a big fan of Jericho anymore, but I hope he wins over Juventud, because that guy shouldn't even be getting a spot, period, in AEW Dynamite. I don't care if it's one match only. Juventud doesn't deserve it. He doesn't even deserve to be on cable TV again for any promotion. So, Jericho Juventud, let's go back in time, back to the future to 1998 AEW Dynamite. Thank you very much for sometimes trying to be 1998 Nitro on TNT. Hopefully you don't go to 3 hours, ever. But I liked this Dynamite, except for the main event. I fucking hated it. But Fight for the Fallen, AEW Dynamite, the grade, I'll give it a B minus. Pretty good, entertaining show. The main event gets a F. I fucking hated it. NXT grade for this week. And the weekly winner, Dynamite, I gave a B minus. Except for the main event gets a F. But the rest of the show, B minus. NXT gets C+. So AEW Dynamite, Fight for the Fallen wins the week. They are the weekly winner is AEW Dynamite from last night. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Bye for now, everybody.